Mike Baker.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh, Crappie Kirby, man.
Nice to see you.
It is such an honor to be here at Truman, man. It is a beautiful morning, and we're going to do some single poling, am I right?
We are. It's a great morning. Finally, no wind. Yesterday was brutal. Today is supposed to be awesome. It's a little chilly, 32 degrees. A little frost on the pumpkin, but
yeah,
nice day.
Dead calm conditions, yes. And man, I just got to tell you, I love your boat. My goodness. Basket, how long is that?
22 feet.
22 feet, absolutely amazing. Another thing I love are your videos, man.
Well, thank you.
I always compare crappie fishing to kind of like a moving Rubik's Cube, because where they are one moment isn't where they are the next moment, or the next condition, or the next season.
Absolutely. Changes from hour to hour, you know, not just day to day or week to week, but what they're doing in the morning, they may not be doing at noon. It's a challenge. It's like you say, it's a puzzle, and you're continually putting the pieces together, taking them apart, and doing it all over again. And that's the challenge of it. And that's why I love that.
Well, I know that myself and all the viewers of Fish Eat Live appreciate your videos. Mike Baker on YouTube, you got to check him out. The videos are phenomenally produced. You do a great job of editing, and
I'm the writer, the editor, the fisherman. I do it all myself.
Producer, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you on behalf of everyone for sharing your passion and, most importantly, your knowledge for crappie fishing, because you do cover all the bases. And speaking of bases, what base are we going to cover today?
Well, we're going to go see if we can do a little long poling. We're going to get the 13-foot rods out, 12-footers. Fish have been on the timber. That we're going to go, they've been kind of tough, I'll tell you. You got to just hit them in the head with the jig and kind of irritate them and aggravate them, and you'll have a good one. And I mean, you work with him, and he'll never bite, and then all of a sudden he will bite, and then you drop down on one and it just slams it. So you know, who can figure it out? But it's fun.
So I assume we're going to have a little Garmin Livescope on the boat.
We are.
And I see you got your B&M gear on.
I do. I've got my B&M poles, the stick. And I love that. I love that rod. It's got such good backbone. You get a good fish on it. And, I posted a little Facebook video last night. I'd caught a couple of pretty good fish yesterday with the stick, and I don't know how many comments I've had last night asking, "What's that rod? What's that rod?" So that's what it is.
That rod was released, I believe, last year at the Grizzly Jig Show. Yeah. And they were demoing it in the side room, and they were picking up a 5-pound dead weight from like a barbell. They put a 5-pound. Right. Can you believe a 13-foot rod can pick that up?
Yeah, it's awesome. It will handle the big fish for sure, but it's sensitive. I mean, you catch a little fish on it, and you feel it. It's a great rod.
Well, I've never fished with it. I have a brand new one. If you take a look at my actual pole here, it's still got the cellophane on it. So the stick, I'm excited to give it a shot. Shall we put that boat in the water?
Let's do it.
Such a pretty boat, I don't want to get it dirty.
Come in here on this flat. It's about 12 feet deep. I came in here yesterday mainly just to mark the visible stuff, because it's usually underwater. This lake's about a foot low now. It's been lower. It's on the rise this week. And I came in here to just put some waypoints so I can find it when it's underwater, and there happen to be a few fish on it. So we're going to fish it again today.
Sounds good. And it looks good. Looks good.
Beautiful today.
It is beautiful. You know, a man's pretty serious about fishing when he doesn't have any seats on his boat.
I thought about that. I meant to ask you if we should put one in here, but I stand most of the time.
That's great. That's fine by me.
Take a look at that Livescope. That looks pretty good. Got the new Super Stick.
Yeah.
that just came out. I started with the stick, the super stick, a little lighter.
Yeah.
I really like it, but I like both of them. I'll tell you, I've been fishing a long time, many years, and I will have to say, and I've said this many times to my wife and my friends, I have never enjoyed crappie fishing, or as much since this Livescope has come out. I don't know what it is. I didn't do video games as a kid. We've never had a video game in my life.
Yeah.
And I can see why those kids get addicted to them, because I just love this.
Oh, that's a good approach. Come on, Mike.
I just love it.
So what pound test are we using?
This is actually Vicious braid here. It's
Vicious.
10-pound high vis, and I've got a mono leader,
Okay.
just 12-pound mono leader. That's a little 1/64 ounce jig, and so it's so light that I actually put a clean it off a little bit. I put a little split shot above the jig. And then I come up and I've got a swivel, and I'll either go with a 1/4 or an 1/8 ounce barrel sinker above that.
Nice.
So that's sort of the rig.
Very cool.
There you got one.
There you got one.
Good fish too.
Woo! Nicely done.
Now, did that mean anything that fish was further out than the others? I mean, were they that spooky?
I don't think
Or
so.
did we just find one that wanted to bite?
I think we just found one that wanted to bite. Good fish too.
About time.
Solid 13-incher, man.
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
Beautiful. And well, we've been here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Nicely done, Mike Baker.
Just have to put it on their head.
There's a couple of dandies. Leave 'em alone.
Oh, nice fish there. Dandy fish.
There's one big one, and there's like three brothers. Oh, there you go.
There he got him fine. Oh, yeah. He did what he's supposed to do.
That's a good one. He engulfed that one.
Yeah. When he finally ate it, he ate it. Come on over. What's up? I saw your truck up there.
Oh, that's a pretty fish.
Shooting a little video. Are you all catching them?
My name's Kirby. Nice to meet you guys. What's your names? Dave, nice to meet you. Mike was just saying it's a pretty friendly lake.
Oh yeah.
What, are you catching them?
We got a handful.
Boy, they're tough today.
I've dialed in a little better.
Yeah,
We're doing all right.
I'm finding them. Boy, you put it on their head and they just don't want it. I think that's a pretty decent fish too. Got him. He's finally bit. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Finally, man. Can you aggravate them any more than that?
Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Hold that one up, Mike. I think we're on to something here. Look at that. Look how pretty that fish
Good,
is.
healthy fish.
Nicely done. I think we're on to something here, my friend. So, Mike, how do you like to fry these fish?
My secret is a little Chef Paul Prudhomme's blackened redfish magic. I take a plastic Ziploc bag, I put my basic Andes mix in it, and I put a big healthy dose of that blackened redfish magic in there, mix it up real good, some salt and pepper, and that's it. I dry my fillets. I don't dip them in any kind of milk or anything. I just dry them real good. I put them in that, mix it all up, put them straight in the grease.
And what kind of taste does that give them?
Oh, it's got a little Cajun taste to it. It's not overpowering. It's pretty basic, but it gives it just enough taste to give it some flavor. And that's the way I like to do it. 3.5 to 4 minutes max at 350 degrees, and you're ready to eat.
All right. So, Mike, I got to tell you, you're like me. You are ate up with this crappie fishing.
That I am.
I mean, about 5 different times we've tried to stop, and for some reason it just seems like we cannot stop. There's one there. We got to go try it. There's one there, and Livescope makes that possible. But what is it that fuels you? What is it that's about crappie fishing that makes you so passionate about it?
I don't know. It's like a drug, really. It's just my way of clearing my mind and getting away from work, and it's therapeutic. It's just, I love to be out on the water. I love the beauty, the serenity. It's what takes all your troubles away, and it's challenging. There's always something to learn. I feel like I'll never know it all. Every day is a learning experience. Every tournament I fish, I learn something. I think if I ever came in and I thought, well, I didn't learn anything today, it'd be time to quit. I just, when I come in, I just can't wait to get out for more. It's just the greatest relaxation there is. It's a religious experience.
Yeah, it's almost a form of religion. I mean, you're
really
surrounded by God's given beauty and the serenity, and and the peaceful calm that you receive. I mean, there's nothing like it on the planet, is there?
There isn't. It's just the beauty, the miracle of life, and it's a wonderful experience. I love it.
Well, we love the fact that you share your knowledge and you're passing on your information that you've learned over these, how many years of crappie fishing?
Well, I've been crappie fishing probably for about 10 years. You know, like I said, I started out bass fishing and I spent a lifetime doing that. And I've come back to crappie fishing and it's been a whole new learning curve. And I've been very serious about it and competing and for probably the last 5 or 6 years. But it's just, I can't get enough. Every birthday rolls around and depresses me because I don't want to see an end to this. I want to just keep going.
You're like me. I tell you what, it's funny to hear you say that you continue to learn when you're such a wonderful teacher on your YouTube channel.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I don't feel that way. I learn from everybody else, and I just want to share that knowledge. Unfortunately, there's some people out there that say, "Why do you do that?" I had somebody really get on me about teaching people to troll crankbaits for crappie, and they said, "Everybody's going to be doing that now. Why are you doing that?" And I said, "For that exact reason. I hope everybody does it. It's fun. It's a great way to fish, and I want to share that. And the greatest reward I get from those is when I get a comment from someone that says they'd learned something, or it helped them with something. That's the gratitude for me in doing those videos.
Well, it's very rewarding, to hear you say that, because you're very humble. You've got quite a following. How many videos do you have out now?
Well, I was just looking at that. I think I have 20 what I call full-length videos and about 10 Baker bits.
Baker bits. And those are the ones you put on Facebook, right?
No, they're just shorter, more little tips than fishing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've fished in any of them. It's just I'll shoot a little something in my garage about this tip or that tip, like that little jig holder thing on under my compartment. I did a little Baker bit on that, just a little quick, hey, grab you a swim noodle and get you some two-sided tape, and it's worked for me. I hope it works for you, kind of thing. I did a little Baker bit on a stringer system of all things, and I've had more comments on that. You just wouldn't believe it. But I put together a stringer with just exactly 15 hooks because that's our limit on most lakes in Missouri. And gosh, it's been amazing the feedback I've gotten on that. So those bits are more about equipment or how to tie or how to shoot a dock or this or that, not on the water stuff and not catching fish.
I gotcha. Well, it's you're very humble, but then I gotta brag on you a little bit. Just unloading the boat here today, we had 3 people holler at you, Mike, and we had Army veterans on the water hollering Mike, and then we had a guy on his boat drive by saying, I love your videos. So you're doing God's work, my friend.
It's amazing. I just can't get over it. I've been all over fishing tournaments, been in the parking lot at a tournament in Florida, and people come up to me and say, "Oh, you're the guy that does it. I watch your videos all the time," and it amazes me. I never dreamed it'd come to this.
Very rewarding, huh?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. What's the Bible passage? You give a man a fish, he eats for a day, and you teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
You're a good ambassador to the sport, Mike, and I got to tell you, man, it has been a lot of fun fishing with you.
I've enjoyed the day. I got something blocking us. It must be right on a stub because it's going. Yeah, we're right on that stub. It's killing me. There we go.
Ooh, I got it.
There you go.
I pitched to him. You got it. Oh, good fish.
Nice one. Yeah.
Nicely done.
There you go.
Well, I mean, good. Yay.
Nice one.
Good fish. Look how thick that fish is. Well, man, I tell you what, Mike, you have been a phenomenal guy. I can't thank you enough, dude. Look at that fish. What is that? 14, 15?
Yeah, that's good 13 and a half inch fish for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe 14.
Beautiful fish.
Nice one.
And man, what a beautiful day. We couldn't ask for better conditions. we saw just, I mean,
Fish are everywhere.
I feel out of breath because I was holding my breath
I
the
know,
whole day, like,
all
ooh, ooh. And even on that last one where we
Yeah.
saw him out there, you know, I pitched out there and I was just, saw that
Yeah.
stick, the B&M stick. I think I'm sold on that.
Oh, they're great
You
rods.
have got me sold on that stick.
Great rods.
Well, hey, thank you so much, man. This has been a great learning experience. My first time on Truman with a true professional like yourself, man.
I'll get you back down here when the fish are more cooperative.
Oh, yeah.
It's a heck of a day.
I will be back, and I will keep watching your videos
Well,
to know
thank
when that time is. Because
Yeah.
you do a video how often?
Well, you know, I'll go sometimes months during the tournament season. I just don't have time. I'm pre-fishing, although I've started taking cameras with me and just putting them in the boat
Yeah.
and fishing and picking up a spot or two here and there. And but this time of the year, between tournaments, you know, I'll try to get out and do one a week if I can.
Yeah.
So
I've had a lot of fun, and I sincerely enjoy watching your videos. Not only, you know, when the lakes freeze up and you can't go crappie fishing,
Right.
that's when I just kind of binge watch all my favorite people, like
right.
you and some of the other guys that got great shows out there. But thank you on behalf of everybody from Fish Eat Live for sharing your recipe and sharing. Would you
Sure.
consider this your home lake?
Now it is.
It is.
It really is. Lake of the Ozarks has been my home lake for many years, but like I said, I sold my place there about a month ago. I've got a place here, and I call this home now.
Well-
I got a lot to learn about this lake, but I love it.
And it's fun to figure out, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Well, thank you for sharing Truman
Thank you
with
for
us,
coming.
and especially your time. We sincerely appreciate it, Mike.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much for watching Fish Eat Live. Our mission is to demonstrate the benefits of the Fish Eat Live lifestyle. We look forward to educating, entertaining, and attracting you to the healthy lifestyle of the great outdoors. We're definitely going to have some wholesome family fun on the water every Sunday at 6 p.m. So hit that subscription and that notification bell because we want you to come be a part of this.